Hey, and welcome to the Lortor's interdimensional spaceport. I know it might not look like much, but that won't stop us from providing you with an exciting trip through the multiverse today to learn more about the lore behind Coruscant. That's right. Glad I'm not flying there, gotta be honest with you. A lot of space pirate activity around there lately. But hey, it's your funeral. Ignore me. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, looks like your flight's now boarding. Better get there fast. Don't want to get stuck sat behind a Krogan, or worse, a Wookiee. Good luck.
Welcome aboard, everyone. This is your captain speaking to you from the cockpit. We're just about ready to depart. It looks like we're going to have a smooth flight to Coruscant today. However, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times, just in case we run into any multi-dimensional void horrors when we enter warp speed today. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Initiating warp drive in 3, 2, 1. Coruscant, home to over 1 trillion life forms and almost 0 trees. Let's take a closer look. Thought to be the original homeworld of humanity, Coruscant's growth into the most important planet in the galaxy reflects humanity's own growth from humble beginnings to galactic powerhouse. As one of the original founder worlds of the Republic, Coruscant outmaneuvered its early rivals to strategically place the planet at the end of several newly formed major trade routes. This created an influx of wealth and alien species that helped the planet to surpass its rivals and become the hub of galactic culture, finance, and politics. This status was confirmed when Coruscant became host to the Galactic Senate and was awarded the coordinates 000 on all standard navigation charts. Coruscant's population rose rapidly as the planet's galactic significance grew. This led to mass development of the planet to ensure its increasingly diverse populace would have a place to call home once they reached the glittering planet. What were once vast oceans and ancient mountain ranges were replaced with a giant, sprawling city that spanned the entire planet. This became known as Galactic City. The only traces of the planet's former self could be found in the artificial Great Western Sea and the peaks of the Umate Mountain, which now serves as the centerpiece of Monument Plaza. Most of the planet's residents were not fortunate enough to visit these relics of Coruscant's past, however. They instead dwelled in the thousands of levels of residential blocks that now covered the planet. And not all who lived here were equal. You see, on Coruscant, wealth increases with altitude. The super towers of level 5217 are home to the galaxy's powerful and wealthy. Such wealth allows these fortunate few to enjoy the finer luxuries Coruscant has to offer. Luxuries such as clean air, the famous Uskru Entertainment District, and luxury apartments, like those found in the residential Tower 500 Republica. The streets of the city below, bathed in the shadows of various skyscrapers, were home to the middle-class workers inhabiting the multitude of housing blocks on the surface level of Coruscant. These lucky citizens were able to enjoy a degree of safety, as well as access to entertainment and restaurants more suited to their financial means. But below the surface lived the unlucky inhabitants of the Coruscant underworld. This lawless labyrinth was home to the poor, criminal, and rebellious. Living in the dark, their only source of light artificial, those in the underworld had to settle for dingy cantinas, air polluted by the fumes of the city, and the constant threat of a vibroblade in the back. Despite billions living in poverty and squalor below its surface, Coruscant's status as galactic capital led to it becoming a much sought-after prize for many throughout history. During the Jedi Sith War in 1032 BBY, Coruscant fell under the control of the Sith Order's Brotherhood of Darkness. The subsequent liberation of Coruscant at the hands of the Jedi Order's Army of Light would be the last major conflict experienced in Coruscant for a near millennia. Among others who sought control of Coruscant was a senator from Naboo named Sheev Palpatine, as the Galactic Senate declined due to years of corruption and secession. the Republic turned their hopes to Senator Palpatine, electing him as their new Supreme Chancellor. Little did they know, however, their illustrious new Supreme Chancellor was in fact the Sith Lord, Darth Sidious, the individual responsible for secretly orchestrating the Republic's decline from the shadows. When thousands of star systems seceded from the Republic to form the Confederacy of Independent Systems, the galaxy fell into a galactic-scale civil war, the likes of which had not been seen for nearly 1,000 years. This became known as the Clone Wars. On Coruscant, its citizens started to feel the effects of the war, as the once relatively peaceful planet underwent a process of remilitarization. The sight of elite clone troopers from the Coruscant Guard became commonplace, and the imposing new Republic Center for Military Operations building served as a stark reminder to the citizens of Coruscant of the war being fought far from home. The horrors of war would not remain distant for long, however, as in the third and final year of the Clone Wars, a separatist assault force launched an attack on Coruscant, taking the Coruscant home defense fleet by complete surprise. The resulting battle would see the capture and subsequent rescue of Chancellor Palpatine from the CIS flagship, the Invisible Hand. This ship would later be crash-landed on a Coruscant runway by Jedi Knights Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Chancellor Palpatine used this assault as a means to further strengthen his control over the Republic, when he convinced the Galactic Senate to grant him additional wartime powers. With his control over the Republic now near absolute, Palpatine declared the Jedi enemies of the state, and ordered the Republic clone army to execute their Jedi commanders. Now with no Jedi left to oppose him, Palpatine dissolved the Galactic Republic and declared himself Emperor of the new Galactic Empire. As for Coruscant, it now acted as the personal throne world of Emperor Palpatine, and he wasted no time at all in changing the city to better suit his personal tastes. Coruscant was renamed to Imperial Center. Buildings were stripped of their once elegant Republic dressings in favour of sleek lines and block-like surfaces. Even the Jedi Temple, once home to the now disgraced Jedi for over 1,000 years, was not safe, as it was turned into the Emperor's new Imperial Palace. The changes to Coruscant were not merely cosmetic, however, as felt by its citizens, especially the 32% of the population who were non-humans. Those groups who aroused the ire of the Empire, groups such as the Mon Calamari and Alderaanians, were forcefully relocated from their relative comfort in the upper levels of the city, down into the planet's dangerous underworld. When the people revolted against this, they were crushed by the combined efforts of the Coruscant Security Force and the Empire's elite stormtroopers. After the death of the Emperor at the Battle of Endor in 4 ABY, the people of Coruscant celebrated in the streets. Violence erupted as they tore down statues and fought with the planet's garrison of stormtroopers. The Coruscant Security Force responded to this violence by opening fire on civilians, but this only served to further tensions, and eventually led to a full-scale bloody civil war on the planet between the citizens and local security forces. Leaderless and alone, as the Empire retreated across the galaxy, Grand Vizier Mazameda took control of Coruscant. However, with no support from the Imperial Navy, his power over the planet's citizens was limited at best. The real power instead belonged to the remnants of the much-feared clandestine intelligence agency, the Imperial Security Bureau. ISB forces, based out of their fortified headquarters in the Veritian Federal District, entrenched themselves within the city, whilst in the skies above, what little ships they had blockaded the planet. The ISB attempted to keep the planet under martial law. However, with fierce guerrilla fighting between rebel sympathizers and Imperial loyalists consuming the planet, Grand Vizier Mazameda surrendered Coruscant to the new Republic Chancellor Mon Mothma and Princess Leia Organa. As the Galactic Civil War drew to a close at the Battle of Jakku, the new Republic sought to reshape galactic politics in a manner that prevented the abuses that led to the decline of the previous Republic. Among those changes was the decision to strip capital status from Coruscant, and have the New Republic capital rotate amongst other Republic worlds. The first of these worlds being Chandrilla, the home world of the New Republic's first Chancellor, Mon Mothma. Coruscant now greatly diminished in galactic importance, joined the New Republic as a member of the Centrist faction. Today it is represented by the war-hungry Senator Arbo. New Republic control over the planet leaves much to be desired, however. These days, the real rulers of Coruscant are the powerful and cutthroat crime syndicates. What were once respectable areas filled with tourists and bureaucrats are now a battlefield for a bloody conflict between rival gangs for the planet's once peaceful districts. Yes, Coruscant's fall from galactic capital to lawless wasteland is one of the greatest tragedies in this galaxy, far, far away. Well, I'm afraid that's it for our trip to the galactic capital today, folks. We'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Lord Tours today. We understand you have many other great options available to you, so we appreciate you choosing to fly with us, and we hope to have you on board again soon. If you enjoyed your flight with us today, please let us know by hitting the like button down below, and make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next thrilling adventure. Catch you next time.